I won 3 times. Now I'm going to do it again. Thank you.
死んだは初めて俺に伝えている。
絶望の匂いだ。
面白いこと見せようか。ほら、こんなにガチンが多すぎて。
お父さん。
あかん。
ドナルド君はまだ死ぬ時じゃないでしょ。
アメリカ万歳。ファイト。
絶対負けないよ。
ランドトゥライドまで
出ろ。だってまだサンキュー言ってないでしょ。一回も言ってください。
おい、仲良くしてるね。この世界季節にいけるかな。昔グレートだった大きにまたグレートになるかな。あのさ、有名人なら誰かのマンコ掴んでいいさ。そう言い張らせるで。
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I'm your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage, I out of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on, what the fuck day is it? Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Another one, because the BMCCB dropped a proper 199 at the end of Tuesday night's main event. And here we are. So, I don't know how long this is going to last, but that's usually what I say to the ladies. So anyway, we'll figure it out. KTC says D-Day Cobra debate Dean Withers. I choose to not be around people that are accused of SA. So I'll pass. But I have been told by Democrats to believe all victims. So I definitely believe all victims. Everyone that has accused Dean Withers of any wrongdoing, I have to believe them because Democrats say that's what I'm supposed to do. So I will believe all the victims of Dean Withers. Thank you. Have a good day. Zioni says, Owen Schroyer is a POS. If it isn't for Trump, his ass will still be in solitary confinement. Same thing with many others. Show some loyalty. They don't have any. Unfortunately. So thank you. I appreciate that. And I know we had the Florida elections this evening, and I mean, it's very predictable, the outcome. And that would be that, Byron Donalds will be the next governor of Florida. We know that. We know.
We represent the lollipop kill, the lollipop kill, the lollipop kill.
So, I was told that all Tucker Carlson, Sneeko, Fuentes, they were all like, oh, James Fishback's going to win. I remember Asmongold was trying to talk up James Fishback. Yeah. How'd that work out for you? Man, I thought MAGA was dead. I thought MAGA was irrelevant. I thought it was completely over. Man, MAGA's just destroyed. No, Trump's candidates can't win. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Like, here we go. I can't play that song right there. But yeah, so, I mean, what did you expect? All right. Oh, man, yeah, MAGA's dead. It's all over. MAGA can't win. Trump has no influence anymore. The coalition is broken. There's a divide in MAGA. It's completely done. Oh, man, it's so funny. So it's people not operating in reality, which is a common theme that we are seeing on the internet. You are being misled and lied by people on the internet about things that are not translating to the real world. Okay. That is what's happening. It doesn't mean that a person is wrong for having whatever individual opinion that you want, but you are being lied to and misled by your favorite commentator, because there is a massive gap from what is popular on the fucking internet versus what is happening within reality. And the reality is that James Fishback had zero chance to compete with Byron Donalds. Why? It's really simple. There's a young, vibrant man named Donald Trump, and Donald Trump endorsed Byron Donalds. The same guy that all of these people are claiming has no political influence and how the MAGA coalition is broken continues to have the magic touch. Whatever he wants in the Republican Party, he gets. That's the bottom line. It doesn't matter what people are telling you. The truth is the truth. The Don is in charge. End of discussion. There you have it. So, yeah, so that happened. And, a lot of people are coping with that reality. It is what it is. Mod Eric says, tell us how Lupita and Zendaya are visions of ideal Greek beauty. The people of Greece are doing that right now with the record box office numbers. Nas says 2 years of being subbed for terrible things happening in content creation. Never disappointed. Thank you, brother. Teresa says, check out Amy Kozak's video of Candace's new evidence about Israel being involved with the cover-up. Does he have another one? Let's see if he has another one. Let's see here. Never Trumpers are sad people. A little bit. So I saw that one, but... Is this it right here? Getting closer?
Take a look at this photograph. It's a photograph. All right, you guys, take a look at this photograph. It's a photograph. People are saying, oh, it's Tyler. I don't know. We'll see. But if you dig deeper, as we zoom out of this picture, you find, we'll bring up the next slide, a certain shape that the light casts in that garage, in that driveway.
Garage.
Like now, tell me that light doesn't look like Israel. I'm sorry. You guys, they think we're stupid. They think we're stupid. You guys. Tell me that light isn't shit.
Listen, man, you may not be paying attention, but for those of us that are, it's clear. It's clear what's going on right now, okay?
Shaped like Greater Israel. That was obviously the Israel signal, just like the bat signal. It was an Israel signal that was lit after Charlie was shot, after Charlie was killed by an exploding microphone. They cast, just like they cast the bat signal, they cast the Israel signal in the garage. Tell me that does not look like Israel. I don't buy it. It's Israel. And you can see it. We can all see that. There's the Negev. There's a lot there at the bottom, all the way up to Lebanon, Syria. Interesting. I just find that interesting. That Bibi, somebody actually cast the signal because that call came in from Bibi in the Hamptons. And now we're seeing on September 10th, on the day that Charlie Cook was assassination, we see the Israel signal being cast in the garage. You guys, I will have more on that. And I will tell you that this has not been AI generated. I know people will claim that. I know they will claim that it is being manipulated. I think they claim that it's been manipulated and that it's AI generated. They claim it's AI generated, but that is clearly Israel being cast as the Israel signal to summon to Bibi that the job's been done. So I just wonder about that. Maybe the call was made from one of the 12 Israeli cell phones.
Is it a joke? It is a joke from a standpoint of this is a comedian making fun of Candace, but this is very much what Candace does, and people are buying into her bullshit.
Phones that were on campus that day. And I know this because I had another dream last night. It was a wet dream with Charlie. I woke up soaked. It was a wet dream with Charlie in which he said, look at the picture. And we will have more on that. Next week, we'll have more on that. Apparently, there was also an Israel signal cast at Fort Huachuca, because do not believe the Fed slop. Do not believe the Fed slop, okay? Israel signal. I'm sorry. It's so obvious, you guys. It's so obvious. Oh, my God, you guys. Somebody sent this to me while I was in Wyoming on vacation. I was grieving. All right, you.
I was grieving. Good call on that one. Very good stuff indeed. Jake the Movie Geek says, when are you going to take your Odyssey victory lap on FNT? You haven't been on FNT since opening weekend. I like the last time I was on FNT. I like that I gave the movie this was before I'd only seen it once. I like it more now that I've seen it twice, but yeah, I think that, people can have whatever beliefs they want, and they can feel however they want to feel. But the proof is in the pudding. This movie is exactly what I said it would be. It's a massive success. I have been proven right. I have been proven right more than I even thought, because it's even more successful than I predicted. I didn't predict $1.7 billion. I did not see that one. I thought maybe 1.2 was the ceiling for this movie in the best case scenario. The fact that it's going to hit 1.7 potentially is insane. But yeah, at the end of the day, a lot of people are just not operating in reality with this. When a movie does bad at the box office and it's a flop, the audience has rejected it because the audience is smart enough to realize it. But when a movie completely blows everybody's expectations out of the water and overperforms in every market, it's because people are stupid. So when Supergirl flopped, it's because audiences are tired of wokeness and they're rejecting it. When the Marvels flopped, it's because audience are tired of wokeness and they're rejecting it. When the Flash flopped, it's because audience are tired of the bullshit and they are rejecting it. They're so smart, guys. They're so smart. Odyssey, #1 rated R movie of all time. It's because people are stupid. It's just nonsense, dude. People are not operating in fucking reality on that shit. So live in your delusions. I'll live in reality. That's my take on the whole thing. So, but yeah, I'm having fun watching people cope with the reality that they live in a bubble in an echo chamber. It's going to make 750 million, guys. Okay. You're only about $1 billion off. But yeah, it's been fun. What the fuck happened? Why is the streamer live? This is now, where am I at? Fucking, am I at 10 hours now straight of streaming, basically? I got a $200 super chat. So, here we are. Who said that? Who said what? Who said what? I don't know what you mean by that. Woke has won. They pushed 4 steps, then took 1 back. You said hooray. Yes, woke won by having a man who is upset because he broke traditional values, and he brought his goal was to bring his kingdom back to traditional values, and he stayed true to his wife, and he returned to his kingdom. He took back his kingdom from the suitors, the people that did him wrong, and him and his wife were loyal to each other for 20 years. And he went through a symbolic baptism in order to get him back home. And he brought back, took his kingdom, and then anointed his son to take over his kingdom. So woke. Holy fuck. The wokest thing I've ever heard in my life. How in the world can we have a straight white male defend what's his and honor his family? So woke. My gosh. The wokest thing I've ever seen. What are people living in delusions for? Where do you find that this is woke? I don't understand. How is that woke Does woke mean nothing anymore? Do you know when the term racist and sexist lost its meaning? When people applied it to literally everything. So if woke is this, then nothing is woke anymore. There's no point to even call it that. You guys are living in a fucking delusion. Absolutely crazy. The trans dude that in the movie was killed in the opening scene, playing a character that was manipulated for a lie. A character that was literally created within the story being lied to and manipulated, and then that character ends up in hell and then regrets the fact that, oh, you lied to me and you used me. Sounds like a good commentary on troons, if you ask me. But hey, I've only seen the movie. I didn't have a YouTuber tell me what the movie was about. But yeah, anyway, we're not here to talk about that. I want to talk more about what happened tonight, because we do have so Byron Donalds, a guy that the internet told us had no chance, by the way. The same internet that told us that the Odyssey would flop, they also told us that this guy had no chance because Trump has no power. Trump is done. He has no popularity. No one likes Trump anymore, except all of his candidates keep winning. But here we go. Let's listen to the soon-to-be governor of Florida, the Trump-endorsed Byron Donalds.
And the official GOP nominee for Florida governor, Congressman Byron Donalds. Congressman, congratulations to you. A big win, big numbers tonight. Your thoughts on this victory? It looks like you are about to become the favorite to take this thing in November.
Well, I want to just thank the people of Florida, Republicans all across our state, deciding to go to the polls and support my campaign for governor.
I did say years ago, after it was actually a Turning Point event that Trump was speaking at down in, where was I at? Southern Florida, somewhere in Southern Florida. After the event, we went to eat at this restaurant in West Palm Beach, and Byron Donalds was actually at the restaurant. Suresh from 221B was with us. And yeah, we stood there and talked to Byron Donalds. He was completely like, he wasn't in a suit and tie, just had like a t-shirt on. He was obviously relaxing and trying to get away from, being a politician. And we actually spent a few minutes talking with him. He was super cool. He was super chill. And he didn't know who we were. He had no idea who we were. And yeah, of course, anytime a politician is talking to the public, they're still in political mode. So you have to understand that. But he was super, super cool and said nothing but awesome things about Trump. Now, again, I say that because, again, politicians are always going to be a politician. So,
Thank, obviously, President Trump for his great support in our race. Rick Scott, our former governor, current senator, so many of our sheriffs, members of Congress, members of the legislature. But this is really about the future.
Jake the Movie Geek says, take your victory lap, Jeremy. I think it's hilarious. Chat gets mad at you for simply being right. Being right's not always the popular thing, because people just want their delusions reinforced to them. And again, the goalpost of the Odyssey has moved so much from it's going to flop to it's going to underperform. Well, it might break even, but oh, well, then Nolan's 20% cut. Well, okay, well, it might have made money, but it's still not a good movie. Oh, well, they're not going to remember it in 10 years. We're not going to remember it in 50 years. The fucking goalposts are out of control. The people of Greece are going to reject it. It's crazy.
Of our state. As a Republican Party, we have set the standard here in Florida. Ron DeSantis has done a great job as governor, and it's about keeping the wins that he's brought to our state going forward, but also building for our future, making sure.
Holy fuck, I missed some super chats when I was ranting. Jimbo199 says, hail, Jeremy. Haven't had time to catch you live in a while. Hope you'll be back on FNT soon. Have you kept up with the Clancy case? Depressing stuff on Twitter. I also tagged you under a skit on Twitter if you have time. Clancy case. What's the Clancy case? Ring a bell for me. I have been live for I think since 2:30 today. What's the Clancy case? Am I drawing a blank on that one? What is this one? I'm waiting for somebody in the chat to tell me which one this is. I haven't been following it clearly, but I'm seeing if it rings a bell in my head when somebody gives me a little more details on that. If you're a praying person, now is the time for us to start praying for Byron to be Florida's next governor. Lindsey Clancy, yeah, that one I'm not. Which one is? Oh, the lady that killed. I did hear about this one. Actually, I haven't been following this one, but I do have a tweet that I bookmarked to talk about this. So, yes, I will absolutely talk about this tonight. Thank you, Jimbo. I appreciate it, brother. Want to wrestle 199 for $1. Beastie Man says, so much winning. And to all the anti-Trump right, quit your whimpering. Let's fucking go. John Jones says, voted for Byron Donalds for governor and Ryan Elijah in the 7th district today. No primary to primary Corey Mills. Very happy with the results. Hail the 199. Thank you. Red Mage for 20 says, congrats to Florida for keeping it red. Our governor in VA has been a disaster. No surprise. And she is just pure evil with the new taxes and redistricting BS. Hopefully next cycle we can flip it back to red. Thank you, Red Mage. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing about, there's two ways to look at the Florida situation. I think DeSantis has been a fantastic governor overall. Obviously, DeSantis's attempt to run for president was one of the great backfires of all time. Did he learn from that? I can't tell you that I think he's learned from it based on what I've seen. I don't know if he's learned from it. Has he recovered from it from a governor standpoint? Yes, but he's at odds with Byron Donalds. And then there's all this stuff about DeSantis's wife that was going to run, or potentially going to run for governor or all that. I don't know if that was true or not, but him being at odds with Byron Donalds is weird because Byron Donalds is the Trump endorsed candidate. So I think DeSantis still has a lot of things to clean up, and Byron Donalds is poised to be the next governor of Florida. Like, that is, I'm not saying it's a slam dunk, but he's poised to be the next governor. But yeah, we'll see. Coopster says, you convinced me. This is going to be troll. You convinced me Nolan is great and should bring what he did to the Odyssey to G.I. Joe movies. $5 billion movie with Indian mostly cast because it doesn't matter. Elliot Page for Cobra Commander. As I've said with Nolan, I know you're trolling there. I don't really want him involved with anything like Star Wars or any IPs or anything. He did good on Batman, but his style doesn't work for things like Star Wars and whatever. G.I. Joe, I don't think his style would work for G.I. Joe at all. The trolling aside, just as a filmmaker, I don't think he's a good fit for anything like that. Do you know who I would like to see do a G.I. Joe movie? Michael Bay. I don't know if Michael Bay still has it, but I would love to see a Michael Bay G.I. Joe movie. What do you got to lose? All right. I need Michael Bay that made The Rock and Michael Bay that did Armageddon. I need that Michael Bay. I don't need Transformers 2, 3, and 4 Michael Bay. Keep him away from it. Give me the old version of Michael Bay. I'd like that a lot.
That we can balance the growth with our agricultural lands and our conservation areas, because Florida is the best state in America, and we're not going to stop anytime soon.
I want to put this up on the screen if I can, because your opponent in November is going to be David Jolly. He posted this on X, quoting, Floridians are being squeezed by an affordability crisis, watching corruption in Tallahassee, and exhausted by endless culture wars. After 30 years of one-party rule, voters are ready for a change. Interesting, because David Jolly was a Republican. Now he's on the other side. And I think it seems to me like Florida kind of likes being a red state right now. What do you think, Congressman?
Well, first of all, the affordability crisis is brought to us by Democrat policy. David Jolly ignores the disaster of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They unleashed an inflation that most Americans have never seen, the largest inflation in more than 50 years. Number two, when he talks about culture wars, is defending the puberty of our young kids, making sure we support family values and Western civilization. David Jolly still supports boys playing in girls sports. It's just him and the WNBA that think that. It's absolutely insane. And that's not what the people of Florida want. So when you talk about affordability or you talk about Florida's culture, it's Republicans that have actually had a prosperous state of Florida led by Governor DeSantis.
I will say, like, the stuff that we saw with James Fishback, like, and again, when you're operating from a standpoint of nothing to lose, I get it. I don't know much about James Fishback. I know that he got a lot of internet attention, but I think, again, my constant message is I think people have to understand that what's popular on the internet does not automatically translate to real life. It's just the truth. And James Fishback had a ton of online attention, and you look at the numbers and none of it translated at all. So the Tucker Carlsons, the Fuenteses, the whoever else, all the people, the Sneakos, all these people that were, you know, putting Fishback over. And maybe the guy's a great guy. I just don't know much about him. And he was trying everything he could. He did a lot of trolling of Byron Donalds, which I thought was kind of funny. But it didn't translate at all.
Making sure that we support
Byron for president someday. I don't know if Byron Donalds is presidential material. He's well-spoken, he's articulate, but he's not a very charismatic person. Bottom line, he's going to have to do a fantastic job in Florida in order to elevate himself to be in a position to maybe run for president one day. But just on charisma and presence, I don't see it. But I'm not saying it can't happen. He's got to have the accomplishment of being a great governor established first.
For family values and parental rights. As governor, we are going to continue to protect those things while also pushing down insurance costs and making sure the people of Florida can afford the beauty of our state into the future.
Yeah, Congressman, we had, you know, the DSA a little bit disappointing in Florida tonight because you had Jared Moskowitz beating Oliver Larkin, the DSA candidate for Congress. That's in the redrawn 25th district. Here's what Larkin said about where he stands. Watch.
We do not need ICE to keep our communities safe.
I do support the abolition of the Senate. The current configuration of the state of Israel is a religious supremacist one.
Let's check that list for one more time.
We do not need ICE to keep our communities safe.
I do support the abolition of the Senate. The current configuration of the state of Israel is a religious supremacist one.
This is your hero anti-Israel crowd?
I've got about 30 seconds, Congressman, but this is a setback for the far left of the Democratic Party.
Let's be very clear. One, Oliver Larkin is a crazy person. And look, I'm glad that he lost. But let's also look at the fact that you have Angie Nixon, somebody who's supported by the Democrat Socialists of America, who's now the Democrat nominee for the United States Senate against our United States Senator Ashley Moody. So the Democrat Party has a decision to make. Are they going to follow socialism or are they going to follow common sense? It's already clear that the Democrats do not support common sense.
Okay, Og Dog. First of all, shut the fuck up. Secondly, because my hair is getting very long and it's annoying me. So I'm going to have to shave my head pretty soon because I keep my hair relatively short. Unless I can grift it and let my hair grow out again in that redneck way that it was. Remember, I had the mullet going on. But how about stop noticing, okay? How about stop noticing? You fucking autistic retard. Jimbo199 says, I like DeSantis, but I don't think he has it to win Prez. I do think he could be a great cabinet member, though. See, I think he could have been a presidential. I don't think he has ultimate charisma, but he is sharp. But I just think the Trump stuff did so much damage to him that I can't. I don't see a world where Ron DeSantis can be taken seriously as a top tier presidential candidate anymore. I just don't. Sad to say.
That's why more people in our state are choosing the Republican Party every single year. That's why we have a 1.5 million voter advantage over the Democrats in our state.
You got the president's backing. So far, haven't gotten Ron DeSantis. Do you expect to get an endorsement from the governor very quickly, sir?
I do. Look, at the end of the day, we want to make sure we protect Governor DeSantis' hard work that he's done in our state, but also build upon that foundation to keep Florida #1 and keep it the free state of Florida.
Yeah. Congressman Byron Donalds, congratulations again. Big night for you. Thank you, sir.
All right, so there you have it. DeSantis was good with the Hurricanes. DeSantis has been good overall. I mean, I've been very happy with him, for the most part. It's not perfect, but he's been good. He's been good. So let me pull up this story that you guys are talking about. Hang on, let me see if I can find this because I did have this saved earlier. Let me see. Is this it right here? Okay, so there's a couple of them. Well, first of all, before we show that, I gotta show you this, okay? I gotta show you this. SUV with woman inside flips over ledge in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. 2 men were seen trying to stop the SUV from falling as it dangled on the edge of the parking lot. According to local officials, there were minor injuries. The driver has been hit with multiple charges, including driving under the influence. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Mississippi has, you can look up the demographics for Mississippi, okay? But anyway, the commentary is interesting in this video, okay? Here we go.
Oh, he trying to. Oh, they getting it, y'all. Oh, and it's gonna fall all the way down there. You put the camera down there. So they could see. You talking about put the camera down there? What the freak? She need to get from up out of there. I know. She needs to get out of there. Oh! 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 Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Is she okay? Yes, she okay. She okay. Is she okay? Yes, she okay. She okay. But it was somebody else in the car. Oh my goodness. Is they okay? She okay. The driver's okay. I don't know about the other person.
All right, hold on just a minute.
Oh,
Where did this woman come from? Where did she come from? Look, she's not there.
You talking about put the camera down there? What the freak? She need to get from up out of there. I know. She needs to get out of there.
Yeah. Okay, so the country boy white dude made it worse, by the way. So he basically came and shook the car, and he's the one that made it worse. All right, like when you start, oh my God, man. When you start doing that, you are the one you flip the fucking car. What a terrible decision by this man. Like,
I know. She needs to get out of there. Oh my God.
But so where's this woman at?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Is she okay? Yes, she okay.
Is she okay?
Okay. Is she okay? Yes, she okay. She okay.
Look, there she just appears. What is happening right now?
But it was somebody else in the car. Oh my goodness. Is they okay? She okay. The driver's okay. I don't know about the other person.
Is they okay? Yeah, so
what the freak?
Okay, so again, in this situation right here, okay, let's break this down. Okay, number one, ladies, you can't park there. Okay, let's just establish that off rip. You can't park there. You shouldn't park there. Okay, with that said, okay, we've established that. Okay.
Oh, they getting it, y'all.
Oh, they getting it, y'all.
And it's gonna fall all the way down there. You put the camera down there. So they could see. You talking about put the camera down there? What the freak? She need to get from up out of.
So why did this guy just walk up and? Oh God! Like no communication with the other person. None of that. He just walks up and just makes everything worse. What a horrible decision.
I know. She needs to get out of there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is she okay?
Yes, she okay. She okay.
Is she okay?
Yes, she okay. She okay. But it was somebody else in the car.
Oh my God.
Holy crap. Well, there you have it. At least there were only minor injuries. It wasn't a big deal, but the driver has been hit with multiple charges, including driving under the influence. Well, the only thing worse than a woman behind the wheel is a drunk woman behind the wheel. There you have it. But yeah, so Colin Rugg, he's posted a couple. Is this what we're talking about here? So psychologist Paul whatever recalls Lindsay Clancy's confession to her husband after killing their kids. Says he was in the room when Clancy first told her husband over the phone that she had heard a male voice tell her to kill her kids. She said she had said that she heard a male voice ordering her, telling her that she didn't have any choice, but she had to kill her children and kill herself. Now, I haven't been following this at all. I just saw this a little bit earlier, so I don't know any of the backstory here.
I had with Ms. Clancy at that time was one where I asked if she knew where she was. So I did what's called a mental status exam, a brief mental status exam. It's orientation to time, place, location. She didn't know where she was. Wasn't quite sure what time it was. She knew who she was. And she told me that she remembers what happened, but it was very fuzzy and foggy. At the time, she had been on medication for the significant pain post-surgery while in that hospital room.
And during the course of that interview with her, did she express any concern to you about her husband, Patrick?
Yes, she did.
Tell the jurors what she indicated to you.
She said, since 11 days prior to my meeting with her, which would have been January 24th, 2023, she had no contact with Patrick. She wanted to know how he was doing. She wanted to know if she could call him and find out where things are with her and with him and how he was faring, and to just speak with him.
She expressed concern about her family.
Yes.
Why is she getting so much support? You guys are saying she has a GoFundMe. Why is she getting so much support? Is there like an angle here that I'm not understanding? Why would this person get any type of support? I mean, obviously we've seen left-wing people get a lot of support, right-wing people get support. What is the hook as to why she's getting support? I don't know this case at all.
She did.
Did she express concern about what had happened?
Yes.
Did she ask you, or did you offer to her the ability to speak to her husband, Patrick?
She asked me if she could use my cell phone to call her husband.
Did she do that?
Yes, she did.
Did you hear the
So is it just like, is it true crime? Is it women and true crime bullshit? Is that really what this comes down to?
conversation?
Yes, I told her we'd call. It would have to be on speakerphone.
And tell us about that conversation.
So that first phone call, I believe on the 24th, he did not pick up.
Saying she's innocent because she had PPD and is a Leo. What? Let's see here. Let me understand. Are you saying you like the Odyssey? No. No. I loved the Odyssey. Just want to clear that up.
She left a message. I did not leave a message. We then called back 2 days later on the 6th.
And after the 2 days,
Oh, I know, postpartum depression. I know.
On the 6th, did she have a chance?
So I actually did hear people. So there was a lot of, I saw a lot of women on Twitter talking about postpartum depression today. I didn't understand the relevance to this case. So, I mean, without me knowing anything that's going on with this, okay? Because I don't know any of the specifics. I don't really need to know any of the specifics. This is an evil person who deserves to burn in hell. And that's the end of it, really. I mean, I don't have anything else to add to it. This is an evil person that should burn in hell.
Yes.
Were you there?
Yes.
Was she still chained to the bed?
Yes.
Were the cops still outside the room?
Yes. Not in blues. They were in civilian clothing, jeans, flannel shirts.
And tell us what she said to Patrick in your presence on the speakerphone at that point.
She had told Patrick that she loved him very much. She was unable to express a lot of emotion, but she expressed love for him. And she had said that she heard a male voice ordering her, telling her that she didn't have any choice, but she had to.
Oh, so now women are willing to listen to men. Now women are willing. Now a woman's willing to say, "Yeah, listen to a man." Yeah, that'd be a first for a woman.
Kill her children and then kill herself.
Now, doctor, have in mind your background, your career, Did you tell Lindsay Clancy to lie or make that up and pretend that she was hearing voices?
No.
Did you have any conversation or any suggestions to her at all that she should say she heard voices or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm starting to look stuff up on this now, and I am. This is just pure evil, is all this is. There's really nothing else to, you know.
Clancy murder trial called multiple witnesses today, including her ex-mother-in-law, Susan Clancy.
Is there any audio here?
Lindsay Clancy has admitted to killing her 3 young children in January of 2023. She has pleaded not guilty to murder charges, arguing she had postpartum psychosis, bipolar disorder, and was over-medicated. Here is some of her ex-mother-in-law's testimony.
She was very nurturing, very loving. She was a wonderful mother. Wonderful.
Did you find at all, or do you have an opinion with your observations of Lindsay as to whether or not she was offered help and would just spurn it and not see doctors and not have
She was
treatment?
begging for help.
Begging for help. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson joins me now. So Jessica, as you know, and we've discussed, the courtroom is about the facts and the law. But trials sometimes carry on larger conversations in America, and there's sort of a multi-layered conversation going on about this.
Oh my God, trials never carry on a conversation in America unless it's force-fed by the fucking media and they have an agenda to push. This is an evil woman that has committed an evil act and she should burn in hell. Any other discussion about this is irrelevant and means absolutely nothing. This is an evil person. If there is any discussion that's being had, it's because virtue signalers and media narratives are trying to push bullshit. Because if you're looking at, and I don't even, again, I'm only basing this off a little bit that I've known. She admitted to killing her kids. Case closed. End of discussion. We're done.
One that talks about postpartum psychosis and its reality. A conversation about the mental health care system and can differing doctors miss certain things or overlook certain things. And in the process of trying to treat someone, can you over-medicate someone to the danger of them or possibly their loved ones? A lot is going on here. Your thoughts?
Exactly as you said, that this case is taking on more than just the tragedy at hand. We are having a conversation about mental health issues that people.
I know it's inappropriate right now, but this woman on screen, she looks like someone from Whoville. I'll just leave it at that.
About mental health issues that people can experience after having children. postpartum psychosis. We are having conversations about the mental health system. And frankly, I think the defense is putting the mental health system a bit on trial in the sense that they're saying that what Clancy received was this fragmented treatment that did not truly treat her and that did not truly understand the depth of her pain and the depth of her illness. And what they're seeing is that she saw a couple of people over Zoom, even one mental health professional, the psychiatrist, the day before this tragedy occurred. And what the defense is arguing is basically everybody missed it. And I think what they're saying underneath is that she is not the only one, that this could happen to somebody else as well.
Of course, the state is saying, yes, that might all be true, but that's not nearly enough. And under the law, there's a serious crime here, and it must be prosecuted to the fullest.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to watch here. I don't need any more information outside of the fact that this is horrible. I offer nothing but prayers for these kids, and I don't know, man. It's just so hard to know that there's this type of evil in the world. It's depressing to know there's this type of evil in the world, and it should be just a reminder that, I mean, you just have to be careful about everybody that you interact with. Sadly, that, you know, there is just people that might appear to be normal and they just can be the most evil, horrible people in the world. And you just have to protect your own to the best of your ability. But even when you go out of your way to protect your own, you run the risk as, you know, like, I am very protective of my family, and it's a balancing act, especially as a father. You don't want your kids to rebel against you. You don't want them to have the counter effect when you are just trying to protect them from the evils from the world, because especially in their teen years, you always run the risk of like it not landing well, and they will rebel against it, and it will have the complete reverse effect of everything you're trying to do. It's really difficult, and I don't have the answer for it. I mean, I've done okay, I guess, all things considered, but it's tough. And so, you know, that's the toughest part of being a parent, I think, is the teen years, because you know what's best for your kid and you know what is bad for them, but you also don't understand the climate that they're in and their perspective. And then you as a parent start thinking back to like, oh, I remember when I was a teenager and my parents were telling me this and I didn't want to hear a damn word that they had to say. And you start thinking, yeah, that's the same way they're viewing me right now. They don't care what I have to say. And so even if you know it's bad, you have to let them kind of go out on their own to some extent. You just have to try to teach them the best you can. And it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. And in my point being here is that you just don't know, man. You know, I worry all the time, you know, about what my kids are doing, and it's awful. So anyway, prayers up for those you know, beautiful kids that were murdered by this psychotic woman that had no chance. They had no chance. None. No chance. Awful. But anyway, gosh, that's terrible. We got John freaking Murdoch, 450. Hey, Jeremy, catching up on the stream. I heard you're growing your hair out again. John, no. We're not doing that one again. I'm shaving my head tomorrow, specifically so you don't get a chance to send $500 is what you sent for that shit. I hate you. Not really. All right. Not really. Thank you, John. Don't remind me of that. Stop it. Maito, stop. James All Day says Brandon Gill and James, I can't remember how to say his name, but are the future presidents. He's the Attorney General for Florida. James, whatever his name is. Jimbo says she gonna fall again. Damn. We can play that clip right there. We can play that clip. Where the hell is it?
She's gonna fall again. Damn.
Bam. Damn. Suckman says, I saw one woman cite forensic astrology as a defense for her. Good Lord. Hey man, the Candace Owens audience, they're out there, and it's a huge audience. So more power to them. Jason Platten for 5 says, Jeremy, I know you're concerned about after Trump leaves office. I'm more optimistic. Trump will continue to endorse candidates and be a voice for good. I love this approach, and I do hope that this is what it will be. I mean, I obviously do believe that is the most logical the most logical progression of this, but it's not that I'm worried about what Trump's impact can be. It's the worry that I have of the people that have to fill the void that Trump leaves behind. You know what I mean? So, but fair point. Evil Black Cat says, if it was the husband who did it, it'd be over already. You are 1000% correct on that. Little Jim Sailor says, prisoners always have justice for these people. Hail Little Jim Salo. TJ says, you ever see the clip of Heyman confronting a fan of Benoit? Paul Heyman calls out fan of Chris Benoit. It's only 2 minutes. Very good clip. If it's one of those wrestling channels that he's on stage and he's responding to someone, I have seen that one. I think that they still run with the same copyright bullshit as like a lot of WWE. So I'm not going to try to respond to it because I'll get hit for it. But I think I know which one you're talking about. I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the one. Let's see here. What a horrible story that is about that woman, man. Holy crap. That's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Spencer Pratt is a future president too. Spencer Pratt is good. And he's got a lot going for him. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's got a bright future for sure. This story right here is awful. So I haven't read this story. I was kind of wanting to save it for this, but you know, as you guys know, I'm a NASCAR fan. I don't really watch it as much as I used to. But one driver that was around when I watched it a lot was a man named Greg Biffle. Greg Biffle is such a terrible story. God, especially after talking about that woman killing her kids and now talking about this story. So Greg Biffle was a former NASCAR driver, and he was a good guy. He was doing a lot. He was helping people, the hurricane victims in North Carolina, all of that. He was a really good dude. Greg Biffle, his wife, and I think 3 of his kids, they all died in a plane crash last year. It was a horrific story. Man, it's depressing to talk about this crap. After talking about that woman and that, now we're coming to this. I didn't even, it's just depressing. But anyway, Greg Biffle and his family died in a plane crash. Now you have a Georgia man charged with breaking into Greg Biffle's home after the NASCAR driver was killed in a plane crash. What is wrong with people? Georgia man charged with breaking into Greg Biffle's home after NASCAR driver was killed in plane crash. Jeez. A Georgia man burglarized, close this, former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle's home after learning Biffle and his family died in a plane crash. Oh my God. So after you found out that the entire family died, you decided to go rob his house. Are you kidding me, dude? Again, evil is everywhere. It's everywhere. I'm pulling something up. So I know some of you may not know anything about Biffle. But I want to, he's very good friends with Cletus McFarlane. And, you know, Cletus, who's a huge YouTuber, and I don't think let's see. Don't want to play that. Right here. Hang on.
You know, a couple things I'll take away from being friends with Greg. One thing that I've been telling everybody, you know, besides be like Biff, which is a kind of a lifestyle of being generous when you can, is, you know, I'm also just trying to be more patient and living my life freely and spending more time with my kids. He used to always preach to me to take 10 minutes to talk to your kids. You know, if they're asking for you, daddy, come do this, you know, just stop and take those 10 minutes. And I'm trying to do that in all aspects of my life. Greg was just generous with his time and, you know, other things he could offer to people. And
So the connection here is that Cletus is a huge YouTuber and he's also a racer. And Greg Biffle and his family were actually flying to see Cletus and his family the day that their plane crashed. So that's the connection there. Biffle was just a good dude. So we have this guy, Terrell Williams, who has been charged with second-degree burglary, safe cracking, money laundering, and other felonies. I don't even know, like, you know, there again, face of evil right there. Biffle, his wife, and his 2 children, along with 3 others, died in the December 18th crash, which remains under investigation by NTSB. Authorities reported a break-in at the home on January 8th and have said $30,000 in cash, 2 Glock handguns, NASCAR memorabilia, and gold and silver coins were stolen. Investigators have recovered some of the stolen items, including NASCAR memorabilia. Campbell said they also found radio frequency detector they believed Williams used during the burglary to locate security cameras. He said Williams is also suspected in another North Carolina burglary that occurred when a law enforcement officer was in the hospital. My gosh. He used headlines, social media posts, different things to find out when people were and were not at home, and he executed his plan in that capacity. Awful. So rest in peace to Greg Biffle. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm tired of talking about negative stories after that shit. I got to find, like, send me a video of puppies playing in the yard or something. My God, we got to get, like, it's too late to be talking about these depressing ass stories. My goodness, dude. Just awful. Yikes. That's just terrible. Yeah, we need a palate cleanser. We need something. We need something funny. My goodness. Here, let me, you know what I can do? I can go to my DMs from Krista on Instagram, and I guarantee you she's done sent me something funny. Let me go look real quick. How do I check messages? Okay. All right. What is oh no. You know what? We got to play it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what she sent me. I don't know what this is. I hope you're not going to get me in trouble, Krista. Wait, I can't. It's got a gun. I can't play it. It's got a gun. What about this one? What is this? All right. What is this?
This to the softest, gayest, queer motherfucker you know. Gay, 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 queer, 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 fag, 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 gay, queer. Send this to the softest, gayest, queer motherfucker you know. Gay, 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 queer, 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 fag, 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 gay, queer. Send it.
There you have it. All right. That's and yeah, we could do holy crap, dude. There's those Trump AI videos that are really good. Is this it right here? These are the best things ever, by the way. So what is this?
Let's go.
Roll.
Dear Mario, our child is ill with typhoid. I fear she won't make it through the winter. Peach!
it's Jay.
Nice lady.
Route 66. Hey.
Tickle.
All right, so that was a good one right there. We got the we've seen this one. Trump never lies.
Come on.
This is weird.
Next, try laughing out loud.
What?
Come on, show me. You probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
This is from the real game, yes. This is real from the game, yes. The people that don't know anything about it are completely confused on that. But people that know. So it's really freaking. What is this? I don't think probably not gonna watch that one. Probably not gonna watch that one. This is my favorite one though.
Link, it's time to get up, okay? It's time to get up. Hey, Link, press Z to look at me and press A to talk to me. Tee-hee. He just died? Wow. He led an amazing life. These are terrible people, Link. Do you know that? They come right out of the ground. It's disgusting. I know Ganondorf very well. He's a great guy. He's very strong. He's a very strong guy, and he's very thin. Look at this place. It's a total disaster. I don't know where I am in this place. Dark Link is a brilliant swordsman. His sword is very sharp. I think he'll be very successful. He's very young. King Zoron has been pumping our streets with potions for years, poisoning our shopkeepers, our young dancers. I built this temple. Did you know that? It used to be called Trump Temple. I love this temple, but not as much as I love the great kingdom of Hyrule.
Oh man, yeah, we had to get a little bit of a palate cleanser in there. Jimbo says, "Don't go with the mullet again, Jeremy. We all want you to cut it." That's all I need to hear. Anything I can keep John freaking Murdoch from torturing me, I am all for that. Jimbo says that guy was Tuesday night's main event as a person. Yes, 100%. Damn, I've already been going for an hour. You know what? I think you guys deserve it, okay?
I am in some new Do What Makes You Naked pieces. This is just a romper. I got a mic on me. And then this is a little, like, ballet wrap. And then I've got a scoop neck underneath.
Yeah. So with that, all right, I've been streaming since like 2:30. I gotta call it, or I'm not gonna have a voice tomorrow because I at least have 2 streams tomorrow, maybe 3. So we're gonna have to call it there. Okay. So we're gonna leave it there. I appreciate it. BMCCB, this is for you because you dropped the proper 199 at the end of main event and requested a CobraCast in the books. I got to be honest, I regret doing a CobraCast simply because of the depressing stories that I covered. I didn't intend to talk about that woman and what she did to her kids because I didn't know much about it. But then talking about that and how depressing it is, because when I start thinking about kids being, in that situation, it makes me so sad because it's easy to look at somebody who's a bad person, and when something happens to them, we like to try to, at least I from my experience, if like, say there's a bad person and something bad happens to them, we always look like, okay, well, that's karma, or you deserved it, or whatever, you know. When kids are in that situation, they have no choice. They were brought into this world by this person that ended their lives. It's very depressing to me. So anyway, and then we talked about the Greg Biffle story, which kind of, you know, brought up another sad story of a family losing their life, and it's just sucked. So with that, we're going to leave it there. BMC CB with the laughing emoji. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Dark Red Knight says you should check out Racist Mario. That sounds very good, actually. That sounds very good. But anyway, thank you all. I really appreciate it. Holy crap. We got a raid from Geeks and Gamers. Now, I got a little excited because I saw this red and I thought it was like, oh, we got a big super chat over here. It was just Geeks and Gamers rating us, and that's not worth it. Nobody wants to be rated by those guys. They suck. But thank you all so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.